All right, this is 56 Brandywine. I'm going to start top to bottom since the top is where all the action is. This is the front bedroom. I guess you'd consider it the master bedroom. The roof is shot. So it's a lot like the Forester Southeast deal we looked at last year. That light is actually coming in through a vent at the soffit, so that's not direct daylight. So the roof may have been done, but if it hasn't, it's a flat roof and it's going to need one. So it's not in the scope. So that would be my question for the borrower: who did the roof and when. Windows in the house are actually pretty good. They're vinyl of recent vintage, probably less than 10 years old. Otherwise, the upstairs is pretty not spectacular. 3 bedrooms. This house is, I would say, just about the same size as Valley, so it's pretty good size for a row house. And upstairs, it's going to be all fairly normal. Refinish the hardwoods, finish out the bedrooms, but the roof is bad everywhere. I think that daylight is coming in from that soffit vent again. There's no power, so we got no lights, but it's just kind of paint and floor refinishing in the bedrooms, with the exception of the roof. And you got to replace all the ceiling drywall and some of the wall drywall. So you might have to re-drywall most of this floor. So that would be my second question: is the drywall number enough, considering the amount of drywall work you got to do in this house? Plenty of ceiling damage on the lower floors as well. 1 bath up. That's actually in amongst the better condition, but got to get the whole thing. But it's pretty easy to do. Downstairs to the main level. All brick. Again, it's a Valley Avenue looking brick row house, but the water leaks from the shot roof caused a couple problems down here. Otherwise, pretty good looking duplex. Nice big dining room. FYI, the keys were in a lockbox which had water in it, so the keys got rusty. So when I go to pull the keys out of the box, I flick rusty water all over myself. Those are rust stains, so now you owe me a polo. Back to work. Dining room. Hardwoods are in salvageable condition. Ceiling, not so much. Kitchen in the back. Again, I think this is all water damage coming from the roof upstairs, so you're going to need some new drywall here in the kitchen. But the kitchen's getting gutted anyway, so that's not so big of a deal. Decent sized deck. It's in okay condition. I guess you can probably power wash that and maybe put some of that Restore on it. It should clean up fairly well. Kind of hard to tell from the scope what the number is, if there is one for the deck. But it's probably covered under exterior carpentry and painting. Might not even be completely necessary. But otherwise, I think it's structurally okay. It's just a lot of old water damage from the roof never having been done. So this is the half bath, the second of 3 on the scope, but the only other bathroom in the house. Decent powder room, usual ceiling damage as in every other room. Again, hardwoods, back to the front door, look pretty good. Doors and windows are all good. Down to the basement. Actually got a really nice basement. Walkout to a nice level rear yard. Can't see, but this is the mechanical and laundry room here in the back. HVAC and water heater look to be in pretty good shape. They are planning to do a heavy up. Somebody's already done a little bit of plumbing and replaced some of the pipes. But otherwise, I'd say this is probably a gut. They are going to, I believe, put a bathroom down here from the scope. So probably a lot like Valley, somewhere in the middle of this basement, stick a bathroom in. Gut pretty much everything. Rebuild it. All the ceilings need to go. I'd say you don't need to re-drywall the entire house, but certainly more than half of it. So again, my question is on the drywall number, whether that's enough. Out back, you've got a shared driveway between the units. I'm not sure whose boat that might be, but there's definitely room, and you can see on the street that people kind of split this driveway, which is nice. Speaking of the street, really nice street. This part of Brandywine is even nicer than the Forester street in Southwest that we had. Really quiet, no scary apartments, all just row houses and single-family houses. Got some singles right behind it and right in front of it too. So it's actually a quiet little part of the block. I would say it's every bit as valuable as Valley, probably more. So done right, this has got to be a 225, pretty easy out, probably more, and no-brainer 215, probably fire sale if this is done properly with 3 beds and 3 baths. Only question is, can you do it for $55,000? That's probably $25,000 light from what it would cost us to do this, but maybe he's got a better guy, so he would be worth knowing. I think that's it. I'll take a couple photos of the outside, but it's pretty typical DC row house stuff. I think this is a really good house for what he's got it for. There's definitely money in it. May need a couple more bucks for the renovations, but definitely a solid core 150 lawn. All day Lego, Jack.